I found out I wasn't part of my real family because my mother doesn't know how to take screenshots properly. She'd been trying to send me a photo of something my aunt had posted, one of those passive-aggressive Facebook statuses about family loyalty that was clearly directed at someone specific. Mom wanted my opinion on whether she should comment or just privately text my aunt. Standard family drama, the kind I'd learned to navigate with non-committal responses like "wow" and "that's something." But when the image came through, she'd captured more than just a Facebook post. At the top of the screen, clear as anything, was the header of the group chat she'd screenshotted from. The real family. Not family. Not our family. The real family. Which implied the existence of a fake family. Or a lesser family. Or, apparently, the family chat I was actually in, which was just called family, and included me. I'm Alex, I'm 29, and I'd been the middle child in a family where that's basically a synonym for optional. Victoria is 3 years older, the golden child who could do no wrong. Chase is 4 years younger, the baby everyone still treats like he's 12 even though he's 25. And then there's me, sandwiched between them, remarkable only in how unremarkable I am to them. But a secret group chat? That was new information. I sat there on my couch, still in my work clothes, laptop balanced on my knees with a spreadsheet I'd been pretending to care about for the last hour. My cat, Hendrix, was sitting on the armrest judging me with that expression cats have perfected over millennia. Even he seemed to be saying, "Yeah, that's pretty messed up." My first instinct was to assume I was overreacting. Maybe it was a chat for planning surprises for me. Maybe it was something innocent. Maybe there was a perfectly reasonable explanation. Then I remembered, this is the same family that forgot my birthday 3 years running. The same family that planned a trip to Hawaii and didn't tell me until they were posting beach photos on Instagram. The same family that had a miscommunication about Thanksgiving last year that resulted in me showing up to an empty house because they'd decided to do dinner at Victoria's place instead, and somehow my invitation got lost. Nothing with my family required me to assume the best. Track record suggested otherwise. I opened our regular family chat. Scrolled back through weeks of messages. Victoria coordinating Sunday dinners. Mom sharing articles about health trends nobody asked for. Chase sending memes. Dad occasionally chiming in with dad jokes that were more confusing than funny. And me, participating like a good family member. Showing up, responding, pretending I was part of something. But apparently, the real conversations were happening somewhere else. My phone buzzed. Maya, my girlfriend of 8 months, the only person in my life who consistently remembered I existed without prompting. "Still coming over tonight?" I took a photo of the screenshot, sent it to her with no context. 3 dots appeared immediately. Then, what am I looking at? My family has a group chat called The Real Family. I'm not in it. The dots appeared and disappeared 3 times. Finally, "I'm coming over now." She showed up 20 minutes later with Thai food and wine, which is why I'm going to marry this woman. Eventually. When I'm less of a disaster. "Okay," she said, setting everything on my coffee table and sitting next to me. "Walk me through this." I showed her the screenshot, explained the context, watched her face go through several emotions before landing on pissed off. "Alex, that's deliberately cruel. Or maybe it's practical. Maybe they use it to plan things without cluttering up the main chat. Then why call it The Real Family? Why not planning or adult kids or literally anything else?" She had a point. The name was the whole problem. It wasn't just exclusive, it was editorial. A statement. A ranking. "How long do you think it's existed?" I asked. "Does it matter?" "Kind of. If it's new, maybe it's about something specific. If it's old." I trailed off because we both knew what it meant if it was old. Maya grabbed the wine, poured 2 very full glasses. "What do you want to do about it?" That was the question, wasn't it? I could confront them. Demand an explanation. Force them to acknowledge what they'd done. Or I could do what I'd been doing my whole life, swallow it, move on, pretend it didn't hurt. Or, and this was the option crystallizing in my mind as I sat there, I could just stop. "I think I want to disappear," I said. Maya looked at me over her wine glass. "Elaborate." I mean, they've already cut me out of the real family. They've got their little circle. I'm just making it official by removing myself from the knockoff version. That's pretty nuclear. Is it though? They're the ones who created 2 tiers of family. I'm just accepting my placement. She was quiet, processing. Maya's one of those people who thinks before speaking, which is probably why we work. I tend to blurt out whatever I'm feeling and regret it later. If you do this, she finally said, it's going to cause drama. You know that, right? Good. Let them deal with drama for once. I'm tired of being the one who has to smooth everything over and pretend to not notice when I'm being excluded. I support whatever you decide. But I want you to be sure. Because once you do this, it's hard to come back from. I thought about every family event I'd attended where I felt like a guest. Every conversation where they referenced things I had no context for. Every time I'd been the last to know about major family news. Every birthday they'd half-assed, every achievement they'd minimized. Every time I'd felt like I was auditioning for a role in a family I was supposedly born into. I'm sure, I said. And just like that, I decided to ghost my entire family. The first day of silence was surprisingly easy. I woke up, went to work, came home, lived my life. My phone stayed quiet except for Maya checking in and my friend Josh asking if I wanted to grab drinks Friday. No family chat notifications. No mom asking what I was bringing to Sunday dinner. Nothing. It felt like taking off shoes that had been too tight for years. Day 2, the family chat lit up with the usual Sunday dinner planning. Victoria asking who was bringing what. Mom sending a recipe she wanted to try. Chase saying he'd be late because of a thing. I watched the messages come in and didn't respond. Just observed, like I was studying a documentary about someone else's family. Day 3, Mom texted me directly. Alex, are you coming to dinner Sunday? Need to know for head count. I stared at the message for a full minute. The old Alex would have responded immediately, apologized for not seeing the group chat messages, confirmed he'd be there. New Alex left it unread. By day 4, the concerned messages started. Mom. Alex, you're worrying me. Are you okay? Victoria. Mom says you're not responding. Everything all right? Chase sent a meme with no context, which was basically his love language. I didn't respond to any of them. Just went about my life, worked my tech support job, complained to Maya about difficult clients, fed Hendrix his expensive grain-free food that he acted like I was poisoning him with. How's the great ghosting going? Maya asked over dinner Thursday night. We were at this Thai place we both loved, the one where the owner knew our usual order. Surprisingly peaceful. Nobody's exploded yet. Give it time. We're not even at Sunday dinner yet. She was right. Sunday was the test. That's when my absence would be obvious, physical, and possible to ignore. Sunday morning I slept in. Made elaborate breakfast. Took Hendrix to the vet for his checkup. Did all the things I never had time for because Sundays were always reserved for family dinner. Around 2 p.m., my phone started buzzing. Mom. Alex, dinner's at 5. You're still coming, right? Then an hour later. Alex? Then Victoria. Are you seriously ghosting the family dinner? That's pretty rude. Then Chase. Dude, where are you? I turned off my phone and went to a movie. Some action thing with explosions. Didn't even check reviews, just picked the next showing and bought a ticket. Sat in the dark theater eating overpriced popcorn, while my family presumably sat around the dinner table without me. For the first time in my life, I wasn't there to pass the potatoes or laugh at Dad's bad jokes or listen to Victoria talk about her latest work drama. And the world didn't end. When I turned my phone back on after the movie, I had 17 missed calls and 32 text messages. Mom. Where are you? We're all waiting. Mom. This isn't funny, Alex. Mom. We're starting without you. Victoria. Mom is freaking out. What's your problem? Chase. You good, bro? Dad finally chiming in. Your mother is upset. Call her. And then the kicker from Victoria. We're all in the family chat asking where you are. Why aren't you responding? The family chat. Not the real family chat, presumably. The deco one. The one where they pretended to include me. I took a screenshot of that message and sent it to Maya with the caption. The audacity. She replied immediately. Oh, they're spiraling. Good. Was it good? Part of me felt guilty. The part that had been trained for 29 years to prioritize their feelings over my own. But a bigger part felt vindicated. They'd excluded me from their real conversations for who knows how long, and now they were mad I wasn't showing up to play my role in the fake one. I texted back to Victoria, just her, not the group. Which family chat? The regular one or the real family? 3 dots appeared. Disappeared. Appeared again. Then nothing. I waited. 5 minutes. 10. Finally, my phone rang. Victoria. I almost didn't answer. But curiosity won. What are you talking about? She said immediately. No hello, no pretense. The real family. The group chat I'm not in. The one Mom accidentally showed me when she sent me a screenshot. Silence. Long, heavy silence. Then, Alex, I don't know what you think you saw, but... Don't gaslight me. I saw the name. I know it exists. I know I'm not in it. More silence. I could hear voices in the background. Mom asking who she was talking to. Victoria saying, "It's Alex." In that tone that meant trouble. Look, Victoria said, lowering her voice. It's not what you think. Then what is it? It's just, sometimes we need to talk about family stuff without, everyone being there. Without me being there. Without making things complicated. What things? What could possibly be so complicated that you need a whole separate chat where you literally call yourselves the real family? I could hear her breathing, searching for an explanation that wouldn't sound as bad as the truth. She couldn't find one. You're being really dramatic about this, she finally said. There it was. The default response. You're being dramatic. You're overreacting. You're too sensitive. The same things they'd been telling me my whole life whenever I dared to point out I was being treated differently. I'm being dramatic? You have a secret family group chat that I'm not in, and I'm the one being dramatic? It's not secret, it's just... Just what, Victoria? Just for the real family? That's literally what you called it. Alex, come on. Don't make this a bigger deal than it is. Then explain it to me. Make it make sense. Why do you need a chat without me? She was quiet again. I waited. Let the silence stretch until it was uncomfortable. We should talk about this in person, she finally said. Hard pass. Alex. Tell Mom I'm fine. Tell Dad I'm not being childish, I'm being honest. Tell Chase, I don't know, tell him I'll send him memes from the outside. And tell the real family that the fake family member has excused himself permanently. I hung up before she could respond. My hands were shaking. Adrenaline, anger, something. Hendricks jumped up on the couch and headbutted my arm, his way of saying, I'm here and I'm judging you, but I'm here. Maya came over an hour later. She'd gone to her sister's for the day but came straight to my place when I texted her what happened. How are you feeling? She asked, already opening my fridge to see what I had. Weirdly empowered? Also kind of sick to my stomach. But mostly empowered. Good. You should feel empowered. They've been taking you for granted for years. She made us grilled cheese, because apparently that's what you eat when you're having a family crisis. We sat on the couch eating and not talking, which is one of the great things about Maya. She doesn't feel the need to fill every silence with commentary. They're going to keep calling, she said eventually. I know. Are you going to answer? Not yet. Maybe not ever. I don't know. My phone was buzzing on the coffee table. Mom. Then Victoria again. Then Mom again. Then a text from Dad. This has gone far enough. Call your mother. I flipped the phone face down. What if they show up at your apartment? Maya asked. They won't. They don't even know my building code. I never gave it to them because they never visited. That's kind of sad. That's kind of my point. We finished eating. Maya put on a documentary about art heists because she knows I find them weirdly soothing. Halfway through, my phone buzzed with a text from a number I didn't recognize. Alex, it's Chase. Texting from my friend's phone because I think you blocked me. Look, I don't know what's going on, but everyone's freaking out. Can you just let us know you're alive? I showed it to Maya. Should I respond? Do you want to? Did I? Chase was the least problematic of my family. He was young, kind of oblivious, probably didn't even understand what the real family chat meant. He just went along with whatever Victoria and Mom did. But he also never defended me. Never asked questions. Never seemed to notice I was treated differently. No, I decided. If he cared, he would have noticed before now. Maya nodded. There. The weeks that followed established a pattern. They'd text, I wouldn't respond. They'd call, I'd decline. They'd leave voicemails ranging from concerned to angry to confused to angry again. Mom. Alex, please. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. Just talk to me. Dad. This is immature. Family doesn't treat each other this way. Victoria. You're being ridiculous. We're all worried. Chase. Bro, come on. Talk to us. I saved them all. Not to respond to, but as evidence. Evidence of what, I wasn't sure yet. But it felt important to document that they were more bothered by my absence than they'd ever been bothered by my presence. 3 weeks in, something shifted. The messages slowed down. The calls became sporadic. It was like they'd collectively decided that if I wasn't going to respond, they weren't going to waste energy trying. Which, honestly, proved my entire point. If they'd actually cared, they would have shown up. They would have driven to my apartment, demanded to see me, refused to let me disappear. Instead, they just let me go. Maya noticed before I did. We were having breakfast at my place, and she was scrolling through her phone while I made scrambled eggs. When's the last time they texted you? She asked. I thought about it. Thursday, I think. Mom sent one of those we love you even though you're being difficult messages. That was 4 days ago. Huh. You realize what that means, right? They've given up. I plated the eggs, sat down across from her. Good. That's what I wanted. Is it though? I knew what she was getting at. There's a difference between wanting space and realizing your family doesn't care enough to fight for you. The first is empowering. The second is just sad. I don't know what I wanted, I admitted. I just knew I couldn't keep pretending everything was fine. And now? Now I feel like I won something, but I'm not sure what the prize is. We ate in silence. Hendrix wove between our legs, hoping for dropped food. Outside, someone was blasting music way too early for a Sunday morning. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Maya asked. Thanksgiving. Right. That was coming up. My family did this huge thing every year, 40+ people, my mom's famous turkey, Victoria's Pinterest-worthy table settings, Chase in charge of making sure there was enough football on TV. I haven't thought about it. You want to come to my parents' place? They already invited you. My mom specifically said to tell you you're welcome. Maya's family was the opposite of mine. Loud, chaotic, warm. Her 3 siblings actually liked each other. Her parents asked about my life and remembered my answers. The first time I'd had dinner there, her mom had hugged me goodbye and told me to come back soon. My own mom hadn't hugged me in years. Yeah, I said. I'd like that. Good. Because my mom's already counting you in the head count and bought extra pie. October slid into November. Work got busy with year-end projects. Maya and I started looking at apartments together, talking about moving in, building something that was ours. Life continued without my family in it, and the world didn't end. I thought about them sometimes. Wondered what they were saying in the real family chat. Wondered if they missed me or if they were relieved. Wondered if they'd even notice if I never came back. 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, Maya and I were at Target buying dish soap and paper towels, the kind of domestic errand that feels weirdly adult. My phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. But something made me. Hello? Alex, it's Chase. Don't hang up. I stopped in the middle of the aisle. Maya looked at me, concerned. How'd you get this number? Called your work, said I was your brother, and it was an emergency. They connected me. There better actually be an emergency. There is. Thanksgiving. Mom's having a breakdown about you not being there. She's called me like 10 times asking if I've heard from you. That's not an emergency. That's consequences. Dude, come on. Whatever happened, it's been 2 months. Can't you just let it go? Let it go. Like it was nothing. Like they hadn't had an entire secret group chat excluding me. Like I was the one being unreasonable. Chase, do you know about the real family chat? Silence. What? The group chat. The one I'm not in. The one that's literally called the real family. More silence. Then, yeah, but it's not like that. Then what's it like? It's just, sometimes we need to talk about stuff without making it a whole thing. Like planning your birthday or whatever. My birthday was in August. You guys forgot it. We didn't forget, we were just busy and then it was awkward and, Chase, stop. Just stop. You don't get to rewrite history. You forgot my birthday. You have been forgetting me for years. The chat is just proof of what I already knew. That's not fair. What's not fair is being part of a family that treats you like an optional add-on. What's not fair is finding out your whole family has a group chat you're not in, and being told you're dramatic for being hurt by it. Alex, save it. Tell Mom I'm fine. Tell her I'm having Thanksgiving somewhere I'm actually wanted. Tell Victoria I'm not being dramatic, I'm being honest. And tell the real family that I'm good without them. I hung up. My hands were shaking again. Maya took the phone from me, pocketed it. Let's go home, she said. That night, I blocked all their numbers. Not out of anger, but out of necessity. Every time they called, every message they sent, it was a hook pulling me back toward people who never made me feel valued. I needed to cut the line completely. Thanksgiving week arrived. My phone stayed quiet. No frantic calls from Mom, no guilt trips from Dad, no memes from Chase. Just silence. It should have felt like victory. Instead, it felt like confirmation. Maya's Thanksgiving was everything mine wasn't. Her family hugged me when I arrived. Her dad asked about my work and actually listened to the answer. Her little sister made me try her experimental cranberry sauce that was actually pretty good. Her mom kept making sure I had enough food, enough space, enough everything. After dinner, while we were doing dishes, Maya's mom pulled me aside. Maya told me a bit about your family situation. I'm sorry you're going through that. It's okay. I'm okay. You know what I tell my kids? Family is the people who show up. Not the people you're related to, the people who actually show up when it matters. I felt something crack in my chest. Thank you. You're always welcome here, Alex. Always. I excused myself to the bathroom and cried for 5 minutes. Not sad tears, exactly. Just overwhelming relief that somewhere in the world, there were people who thought I was worth showing up for. December came. Work holiday party, Christmas shopping with Maya, making plans for New Year's. My life was full, busy, good. The Alex-shaped hole in my family apparently wasn't big enough for them to notice. Or maybe they just rearranged around it. Then, 2 weeks before Christmas, Maya and I got engaged. It wasn't planned. We were walking through this light display at the Botanical Gardens, and she turned to me and said, I want to do this forever. The walks, the Target runs, the everything. Marry me? I said yes before she even finished the question. We decided on a quick wedding. Small, intimate, just us and a few close friends. Maya's family, obviously. Mine, well, I had a decision to make. You don't have to invite them, Maya said when we were making the guest list. This is our day. I know. But part of me feels like I should. Like if I don't, I'm the one being petty. Alex, they excluded you from their family chat. You're allowed to exclude them from your wedding. She was right. Of course she was right. We set the date for February 14th. Valentine's Day. Cheesy, but we didn't care. Booked a small venue, invited 30 people. My parents weren't on the list. 2 weeks before the wedding, I unblocked their numbers. Not to invite them, just to see if they noticed I blocked them in the first place. 17 missed calls. 43 texts. Most from Mom, ranging from worried to angry to worried again. The most recent, from 3 days ago. Alex, please. It's Christmas. We need to talk. I didn't respond. Just block them again. Maya found me staring at my phone. You okay? They texted over Christmas. Wanting to talk. What are you going to do? Nothing. I'm going to marry you, go on our honeymoon to Bali, and live my life. They can have the real family. I've got my actual family now. She kissed me. Damn right you do. We got married on a cold February afternoon. Small ceremony, smaller reception. Maya's family filled most of the seats. My side had Josh and a few work friends. Nobody seemed to notice the asymmetry. During the vows, when I said, "Family is who shows up," Maya squeezed my hands. We both knew what I meant. The reception was winding down when my phone started buzzing. I'd left it on a table, hadn't checked it all day. Maya saw it first. "Alex, you need to see this." It was my Ring camera. The one at my apartment. I'd set it up months ago for package deliveries. There, on the screen, was my entire family. Mom, Dad, Victoria, Chase. Standing at my door. Knocking. Waiting. The timestamp, today. Right now. They're at my apartment, I said, showing Maya the footage. During your wedding? I scrolled back through the alerts. They'd been there for 20 minutes. Knocking, ringing the bell, checking their phones. We watched in real time as Mom tried the doorknob. As Victoria peered through the window. As Dad called someone, probably me. As Chase sat down on the hallway floor looking defeated. "What do you want to do?" Maya asked. I looked at my wife. My friends. The life I'd built. Then back at the screen, at my family still waiting at a door that wasn't going to open. "Nothing," I said. "I want to do absolutely nothing." We left for Bali the next morning. 14-hour flight, both of us exhausted from the wedding but giddy in that newlywed way. Maya slept most of the flight with her head on my shoulder. I kept checking the Ring camera footage on my phone. My family had stayed at my door for 47 minutes. I watched the whole thing in segments during layovers. Mom knocked periodically, that mom knock that somehow sounds disappointed even through a camera. Dad paced. Victoria checked her phone constantly, probably texting the real family chat about how I still wasn't answering. Chase eventually gave up and sat against the wall. At minute 32, Mom started crying. I watched Dad put his arm around her, watched Victoria say something I couldn't hear. Watched them all look at each other like they couldn't comprehend why the door wasn't opening. Because they'd always assumed I'd open the door. That was my role. The one who showed up, who accommodated, who bent. At minute 47, they left. Mom looking back one more time, like maybe I'd suddenly appear. I saved the video and put my phone away. Bali was perfect. Our hotel had one of those infinity pools that made you feel like you were swimming into the ocean. Maya looked happy in a way that made my chest ache. We spent days doing nothing, being married, existing in a space where my family drama didn't reach. On day 3, sitting on the beach watching sunset, Maya asked, "Do you regret not telling them about the wedding?" "No. Do you think I should?" "I think you made the right choice for you. That's what matters." My phone buzzed. I turned off airplane mode to post some photos. Immediately, messages started flooding in. "Mom. Alex, where are you? We came to your apartment on Christmas. You weren't there." Victoria. "This is getting ridiculous. You need to talk to us." Dad. "We've been patient, but this ends now. Call your mother." Chase. "Dude, we drove 2 hours to see you and you weren't even home. What's going on?" I showed Maya. She read them and made a face. "Christmas was weeks ago. Why are they texting now?" "Because I just came back online. They probably got the notification." "Are you going to respond?" I looked at my phone. At my wife. At the ocean. At the life I'd chosen. I typed, "I got married. I'm on my honeymoon. I'm happy. That's all you need to know." Sent it to the family chat. The fake one, the one I was in. Let them share it with the real family however they wanted. Then I turned my phone off completely. "Feel good?" Maya asked. "Better than good. I feel free." The responses came after we landed back home. I waited 2 days before checking, curious what the fallout looked like. "Mom. You got married? To who? When? Why weren't we invited? Victoria! This is insane. You got married without telling your family? Dad, this is unacceptable. We're coming over. We need to talk. Chase. Congrats, man. Wish I could have been there. That last one surprised me. But not enough to change anything. There was also a voicemail from Mom. I played it on speaker while Maya and I unpacked. Alex, it's Mom. I don't understand what's happening. You got married and didn't tell us? I don't even know what to say. We're your family. We love you. Whatever we did to make you this angry, I'm sorry. Please, just talk to us. Please. She was crying by the end. Maya looked at me, waiting for my reaction. Do you feel guilty? She asked. A little. But not enough to change my mind. Good. I deleted the voicemail. Blocked their numbers again. This time, permanently. Maya's mom called later that week. Sweetheart, I heard your family's been trying to reach you. You okay? I'm fine. Better than fine, actually. Your mama, biological one I mean, she found our number somehow. Called asking if we'd seen you. What did you tell her? Told her you were on your honeymoon with your wife and were very happy. She seemed surprised you were married. That's because I didn't tell them. I figured. Look, I don't know the whole story, and you don't have to tell me. But if you ever need a mom, mine's available. Just saying. I might have cried a little after that call. Life settled into a new normal. Maya and I in our apartment, building our life, making our own traditions. Sunday dinners became our thing, not theirs. Holidays were with her family, who never made me feel like an outsider. My family tried a few more times. Cards in the mail that I returned unopened. A Facebook message from Victoria that I ignored. An email from Dad that I deleted without reading. Eventually, they stopped. Or maybe they just realized I wasn't coming back. 6 months after the wedding, Maya and I were having breakfast when she said, I ran into your mom yesterday. I nearly dropped my coffee. What? At Target. She was in the checkout line behind me. Recognized me from my profile picture, I guess. What did she say? Asked how you were? If you were happy? If there was anything she could do to fix this. What did you tell her? That you're very happy. That we have a good life. That maybe the best thing she could do is accept that you've moved on. How'd she react? She cried. Paid for her stuff and left. I sat with that for a moment. Felt something, but I wasn't sure what. Sympathy? Vindication? Sadness? All of it, maybe. Do you think I'm being too harsh? I asked. Maya reached across the table, took my hand. I think you're protecting yourself from people who hurt you. That's not harsh, that's healthy. But they're my family. No, they're your relatives. Family is the people who show up. They didn't show up for you for 29 years. You don't owe them anything now. She was right. She was always right. A year after the wedding, I got one final message. From Chase, from a new number I hadn't blocked yet. Hey. I know you probably won't read this. But I wanted to say I get it now. Took me a while, but I understand why you left. Victoria told me about the Rio family chat. I didn't realize how messed up that was until I thought about it from your perspective. I'm sorry I didn't notice sooner. I'm sorry I didn't defend you. You deserved better from all of us. I hope you're happy, wherever you are. You were always the coolest brother, even when I was too dumb to appreciate it. I showed it to Maya. Think he means it? Does it matter? Kind of. Do you want to respond? I thought about it. Really thought about it. Chase had been young, oblivious, but not actively cruel. He'd just gone along with the family dynamic without questioning it. I typed, thanks for this. I appreciate it. I'm good. Married, happy, living well. Maybe someday we can grab coffee. But not now. I'm not ready. Send it before I could overthink. His response came immediately. Whenever you're ready. Or never. Just know the option's there. I saved that message. Maya and I are still in our apartment. Still having Sunday dinners, just us. Still building something that's ours. Her family has basically adopted me, which is weird and wonderful and everything I didn't know I needed. Sometimes I think about my biological family. Wonder what they're doing, if they ever understood why I left, if the real family chat still exists. But mostly, I don't think about them at all. Because I learned something important: you can't force people to value you. You can't make them see what they're missing. All you can do is build a life with people who already know your worth. And I did. I built a real family. The kind that doesn't need a group chat to prove it.